Well, the aim of the project, which was developed for the first part with the cooperation of University of Rome, La Sapienza, for the part of 3D survey. The aim of the project was to realize, to implement an HBIM model, a protocol, in order to manage the complex scenario, which is Galleria Borghese Museum, which is one of the most important Italian museums. Galleria Borghese has a rich collections and is characterized by a lot of architectural features and sculptures, paintings, as well as temporary exhibitions, which are really extremely improved during the last 5 years under the management of the new director, Professor Francesca Cappelletti. The scenario from the point of view of historical artifacts, from the point of view of research, but also restoration and conservation activities, is really complex, especially because every week a lot of thousands of visitors join the collection, and visitors which are from worldwide. So the aim of Galleria Borghese is to preserve the collection, enhance the collections, and also maintain the high level and quality of the research activities, because is a part of a international network of the museums, and the activities of the museum is also characterized by the mobility of some part of the goods of the collection as well. One of the main topic here you can see some of the most important artifacts. One of the main topic of the project was to manage at the same time preservation and conservation activities, as well as maintenance and the updates of all the mechanical, engineering, and electric and pumpings, and also staff and equipments in order to maintain the activity of the museum, the micro and microthermal conditions of the exposition, and also the safety and security of both visitors and the collection. So preservation, operation, maintenance, and the cultural heritage valorization is the main topic which was reached by the implementation of the HBIM model, and at the same time of the information models which are linked to the HBIM and the geometrical models. The source of data, in order to implement from the very first part of the research to an ongoing part of the research, which is characterized by the realization of the MAP model, MEP model. The first part was characterized by the development of architectural, structural, and coordination model, and at the same time the development of a unique coordinated models in order to organize all the knowledge, also pre-existing knowledge about all the activities which characterize the museum. Different sources of data were realized and were used in order to define criteria to implement the information system, from a 3D survey to three-dimensional drawings, historical documentation, existing protocols and documentations about operation or restoration projects, and at the same time existing digital archives such as archive of goods and restorations, which reference to the artifacts. So the development of a specific protocol in order to implement also automatic procedure with the aim to optimize the entire process from the point of view of the technical group, of the technical technicians who manage daily the exposition and all the activities was the first aim. One of the most important things and most challenging question was the definition and of the criteria to implement the information system, starting from the quality and the characteristics of the historical documentation, in order to manage in also the preservation and restoration activities, and as well as the research and historical activities of historians and experts. A very a huge team which involves also the experts in historical artifacts of the Galleria Borghese were involved to define this type of codification, and all the implementation was based also on the definition of semantic characteristics and rules in order to implement the new databases, which reference to all the geometrical artifacts, their characteristics and their information, and in order to implement within the entire model, the coordination model, also the pre-existing database. This was one of the main topic. In order also to enable with a different level of consciousness, enable all the actors within the process to use this type of models, not only with reference to architectural structural interventions, but also with the aim to collect and to provide a tool to well manage all the information and all the knowledge among all the collections and all the entire part of the museum.
Okay, so together, along with the technical office of Galleria Borghese, we decided to do a test in order to define the order of priority of maintenance of the roofs of Galleria Borghese. The roofs were chosen because of there were so many documentation, because during that period Galleria Borghese was doing the roofs of Galleria Borghese were under intervention, so the documentation was available for the simulation. So we organized and implemented the informative parameters of the roofs inside the BIM authoring software Revit, and through the parameters organized depending by the goal, it has been possible to create some links that allow the people who works inside the Galleria Borghese to access to the databases of Galleria Borghese in order to get the information useful for the management, for example, through the 3D model. And in the specific case of the roofs, we implemented customized informative parameters such as the date, and these parameters are related to the categories of intervention. In this way, through the implementation of the date, we tried to set an algorithm through Dynamo in order to represent and visualize the intervention priorities. In this case, for example, just putting inside the parameter the date of the next program maintenance through the algorithm and through the time span, it has been possible to create the time span and get back have back the number of days missing. So starting with the roof, we tried this also in the complex context of Galleria Borghese, where, as we saw before, it's full of different components. So the results is that inside Revit, through some customized views and through the implementation of filters, it has been possible through this algorithm to calculate the days missing, and through this representation system like a traffic light, it has been possible to understand which parts of the gallery needs a priorities intervention. This is just a simulation; it's not real, but the Galleria Borghese technical office was pretty happy because they asked us to have inside Revit some tools in order to understand through these colors which intervention and which parts needs a focus and intervention priorities. So that's all, and thank you very much for the attention.